towards the sun like we're shot from guns, living in a fantasy. 'Cause with you by my side, I gotta ride or die. We'll be rebels, you and me. Sailing towards the sun like we're shot from guns, living in a fantasy.
Hello Libra, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly tarot reading for the month of November 2016. The first card for you is representing your condition at present. Your card is the Death. The existing situation may make you very stressed and pressured during this time. This is the worst time you ever feel depressed and down. You may unavoidably face with a loss that you may suffer psychologically. You may face with difficulties at work and the problem will expand until it cannot be solved. You may face a loss at work, get into trouble with your partner or resign from your job for a reason. For finance, be careful of losing money and decrease of income. For love, you may end your relationship or have to leave your lover. Overall, when this card appears, it signals that you should prepare for changes in your life. Though you may not prefer them, but you will recover finally. There is an ending of a major phase or aspect of your life that may bring about the beginning of something far more valuable and important. You must close one door in order to open another. You need to put the past behind you and part ways, ready to embrace new opportunities and possibilities. It may be difficult to let go of the past at times, but you will soon see how important it is so that you can bring renewal and transformation into your life. If you resist these necessary endings, you may experience pain, both emotionally and physically, but if you exercise your creative imagination and visualize a new possibility, you allow more constructive patterns to emerge. Similarly, death indicates a time of significant transformation, change and transition. You need to profoundly transform yourself and clear away any of the old in order to bring in the new. Any change at this time should be welcomed as a positive, cleansing, transformative force in your life. The death and clearing away of limiting factors can open the door to a wider, more satisfying experience of life. The Death card contains elements of a sudden and unexpected change. You may feel as though you are caught in the path of sweeping change and cannot escape its effects. Though the immediate thought is toward the negative, an end need not mean failure. The loss could be a series of unexpected surprises that bring an end to a period of turmoil or problems. You feel you can no longer go along with the status quo and want things to change radically. Many changes are going to take place to enable a new direction to emerge. The second card for you is representing the immediate challenge or problem that you'll be facing. Your card is the Ten of Cups. During this time, you will have to involve with many people. For work, you may have to coordinate with others or go out to visit external people. Overall, you will get a proper cooperation which make things run smoothly and tends to have a positive result. For finance, There is no difficulty as you will get financial support and assistance from someone. If you are single, you will have a chance to find love. If you have a lover, you will understand each other well. In terms of romantic relationships, there is a beginning of a new, very happy relationship, or the ultimate satisfaction of a long-term relationship. Commitment and love are the requirements of such satisfaction, yet this card promises that with the required effort a lasting love can be built. The time will also be made for the enjoyment of pleasures, which may be shared with another person whom you love. Outside of relationships and the family, the Ten of Cups is also reflective of your personal values system and what you believe will bring you the ultimate fulfillment and happiness in your life. This card represents a time when you are very clear on where your personal beliefs and values lie, and you have successfully created a life that is aligned to those values. It may reflect a spiritual or religious person who lives in peace and harmony. It may also reflect strong family values that were instilled within you early in life, which are now helping you to create a fulfilling lifestyle. The Ten of Cups encourages you to follow your heart and go with your intuition about where the best opportunities lie. As an intuitive person, you know that you can trust your gut feeling to guide you. When you feel truly happy and inspired about something, you know that that is the way to go. Aim to seek out opportunities that make you feel fulfilled and that are aligned with your personal values, rather than simply following the path that others expect you to take. You have to do what feels right to you and you only. The third card for you is representing your goal, aspiration or best outcome with regards to your situation. Your card is the Knight of Pentacles. You may worry about your finance. Actually, you are a risk lover. You may be interested in real estate or stock investment. For work, there is no progress at this time. However, if you keep learning all the time, there will be a chance to progress in your career path. For finance, if you have your own business, you may be busy with managing your cash flow. However, you will be able to make it. For love, if you are a single female, you may have a chance to find love with a good-looking guy and have security in your life. You also need to be trustworthy, reliable and a good provider. You need to follow a routine to ensure that an important task or job is completed from start to finish at the standard expected. You are in implementation mode and are committed to getting the job done, even if it requires hard work along the way. You are also fiercely loyal and prepared to do whatever it takes to ensure the job gets done. There is a certain element of perfectionism associated with the Knight of Pentacles. You are meticulous in your approach and you make sure that everything is planned and executed down to the finest detail to create overall success. You will never leave a job half done. It is essential to you that you complete all assigned tasks and projects to a certain standard and that you follow through on your promises. If you are dependent on the efforts of someone else to help you accomplish a goal in life, they will prove trustworthy and reliable. They are as committed to your goal as you are and they are very conscientious and committed in their work. For example, you may have employed the help of a house cleaner who consistently does a great job, or a virtual assistant who is dedicated to assisting you with every task you throw their way. This is someone who wants to do a great job and is not afraid of hard work in order to meet your expectations. As an event, the Knight of Pentacles often shows a time when you will have to assume responsibility and take charge of a situation. You may be assigned a project or given a task to do, and you will have to commit your time to see that project through to the end successfully. With the Knight of Pentacles, you will be required to accept responsibility without any complaints or grudges. The fourth card for you is representing issues from the past that have led to your current situation. Your card is The Nine of Swords. There was a loss which could be either physical or emotional one. For love, you may have been disappointed or upset. You were so emotionally weak, overthinking and suspicious of your lover that it may have caused conflicts or even end of relationship. If you are single, you are not ready to accept anyone as you are too suspicious and afraid of being cheated. You are too afraid to fall in love again. If you allow yourself to be bound by fear of the future, you are at risk of eventually creating a negative reality for yourself by virtue of your expectations. Your nightmare becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy, which is clearly not a desirable outcome. Generally, this card is an indication that you are worrying excessively about a situation. You are literally being kept up at night because you are so anxious about a particular issue. It is possible you are working yourself up unnecessarily, and, if you were to look at the situation more objectively, you may come to realize that it is not as bad as you are making it out to be. In fact, all that worry and despair is what is making it worse, so rather than fretting about it, do something to change it. Although most people experience fear, frustration and uncertainty at some point in their lives, you should not allow those negative emotions to immobilize you or keep you from pursuing your goals with enthusiasm and hope. Expect at least some level of uncertainty in the future, and draw upon your inner strength to remain as flexible and adaptable to that uncertainty as possible. The fifth card for you is representing your subconscious realm, the underlying feelings and trends associated with your current situation. Your card is the King of Cups. Previously you may have found that your life was not exciting or there was nothing challenging. There was a slow movement which made you frustrated if you were hot-tempered. You may feel that things are unresolved and prolonged. There is delay in your work which may be caused by your lack of enthusiasm or your colleagues. However, you should try to alert yourself to be more active at work. However, you feel very emotionally balanced and in control. You have a very deep understanding of your feelings and emotions, and are able to connect with this when necessary. As you deal with some of the scenarios that life throws at you, draw on this deep emotional maturity to help you navigate these challenges. Also, know that this is an incredible gift you have, and be open to sharing your emotional stability and calm approach with others. If you are facing challenges, then the King of Cups is an indication that you must create balance in the realm of the emotions. The King of Cups represents compassion, one of the most powerful and beautiful qualities of the human spirit. The King of Cups encourages you to be considerate in your dealings with others and as you counsel others. You may need to understand why strong feelings have surfaced and how to best cope with them. It is important that you do not repress emotions but instead explore them with an open heart and an open mind. Sometimes, the King of Cups can represent an older male who may appear in your life. This card represents a man of business, law or divinity, who is kind, considerate and willing to take responsibility for his actions. He is paternalistic but in a sensitive, generous manner, and he enjoys the quiet power associated with providing loving energy to others. He is able to listen mindfully to others and he responds calmly in a crisis. He uses diplomacy rather than force, and reached out to help, not to stifle or have it only his way. Similarly, the King of Cups shows you generosity, graciousness, love, calmness, caring, and will give you his healing ways. He has power in the business world and loves law and order. You would love him to be your doctor. If there were a crisis at hand, this is someone you would hope to have near. The sixth card for you is representing your immediate future. Your card is the Four of Wands. You will expect progress in your life. It may be progress in your career, finance, and love. You may think of running your own business, which you tend to do it in the future. For finance, your financial status will get better. You will have enough money to spend without any difficulty. For love, you would like to have a secure and long-term relationship with your lover, which it tends to be so. However, be careful not to be too fussy with your lover. Your relationship will be more pleasant if you treat each other as friends, to share opinions and not stick to each other. If you have been working on a project, you will reach an important milestone and will have cause to celebrate. You have completed a significant phase of the project and can feel very proud of what you have accomplished so far. This card augurs a time of joy and satisfaction in life and represents the personal gratification of a job well done, a goal attained, and a vision beginning to be realized. Given the Four of Wands is closely associated with the home environment, you may be working on improving or renovating your home. You may have recently purchased a new home or are very close to finding a new home and getting ready to settle down in your new environment. The Four of Wands indicates peace, harmony and tranquility. You may find a refuge from the turmoils of life, perhaps by meeting someone new in a romantic setting, or by finding a new place to live that is away from it all. If you have been experiencing any disagreements with others, now will be the time to make a peace offering and instead focus on creating harmony in the relationship. The seventh card for you is representing the advice for you, or what approach can be taken to address your current challenges. Your card is the Two of Wands. You may hesitate to make decision on something. You may worry about making wrong decision which will be difficult to correct. It seems like you do not know how to handle your current problems. You will feel confused and unsure about the surrounding condition. If you have a full-time job, be careful of dealing with foreigners or getting into conflict with your male colleagues. You should calm down and evaluate your options in order to finalize how to manage the situation. You should step outside of your comfort zone and explore new worlds and new experiences. It may take some courage to take the first step, but this card gives you the confidence of self-knowledge. You know what your goal is, what your creative process is directing for you, and you are confident in its eventual fulfillment. The Two of Wands indicates that you will begin to consider your longer-term goals and aspirations and will plan ahead for what you need to do to achieve these goals. You have already come so far, but now you feel it is ready for a change, this time with your long-term future in mind. You may be considering overseas travel, further education or a major career change at this point in order to expand your learning and development, and to grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning, and a moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success in the future. You are making a decision between sticking with what you know, or expanding your horizons and taking a risk. You know that the world has to offer you something bigger or more meaningful, yet you are also aware that in order to maximize on this opportunity, you must leave your familiar grounds. Even though you have already invested a lot into your current circumstances, for you to be able to grow and to maximize your potential, it is imperative that you step out into a new world and explore your options. The eighth card for you is representing the external influences that can be the people, energies or events which will affect the outcome of your situation and are beyond your control. Your card is the Five of Swords. The situation is changed in a negative direction. You may find that you are among unfriendly persons. You should not do anything at this time as it is not advantageous to you. For work, you should lower your self-confidence and listen to others' advices. If you are too egotistic, you may have problems with your colleagues or boss. Be careful of being hazed or disgraced by your colleagues. If you have been aggressive in your struggles, then you will soon accomplish your objectives. However, if you have been passive, you may need to compromise on your personal interests, giving in to the wishes of the opposing force. You will feel that there are more obstacles ahead, and you will not want to face the ordeal you know you must if you are to have what you want or the way you want it. Overall, you are in for a struggle and there is more work or problems ahead than you are aware of now. Things will not go as well as they should, and you will have conflicts or clashes of will with others. Thus, the Five of Swords is a card representing ambition but in the negative sense. Too much ambition without regard to the consequences to yourself or others results ultimately in a situation of loss for everyone. You may be represented either by the callous winner or the dejected losers. In any case, there is a negative connotation. If your focus is solely on winning your goals at any cost, you will eventually discover to your own dismay that the price of winning may not have been worth the reward. Arrogance and pride often go hand in hand with a difficult triumph such as this, and you must be careful not to think you are invincible. You have overcome a challenge, and you have the right to feel proud, but know that there will be other rivals to face and that some of them will eventually defeat you. Boasting to others that you are invincible is an invitation for someone to prove you wrong. If your victory was won through cheating or unethical conduct, beware of an attempt at vengeance. The Five of Swords can also relate to a betrayal or sneak attack by someone you trust and do not suspect as your enemy. There may be an unfaithful partner or a jealous person in your life who is sabotaging you behind your back. Look to other court cards in the reading to understand who may be working against you. You must be very careful whom you trust at this point in time because you are vulnerable to attack and gossip. The ninth card for you is representing your hopes, wishes, dreams and fears. Your card is the Ten of Pentacles. You may have expectations about financial property or security in life, both in terms of your finance, work and love. For work, you may want to make more progress at work or earn higher remuneration. In some cases, this card means that you may plan to buy a house or a piece of land. However, you should carefully check your financial status whether you can earn enough money to go for it. For love, you may be serious with your relationship and expect much from the other. You had better lower your expectation in order for you to suffer less. With the focus on the family, you may be more inclined to direct a lot of your energy into ensuring that your family has everything that they need, from finances to security and a good home life. You want to ensure that your children and family will always have everything they need. The Ten of Pentacles shows how family, or even extended family, is incredibly important. It represents tradition, being a part of something bigger and realizing that the blood of your ancestors runs through your veins. It signifies that you are part of a long chain of individuals who subsequently creates a family, a tribe and a society. It provides structure where you can sit safely and comfortably, knowing that you are a part of history and heritage. The Ten of Pentacles is also a card of affluence and wealth. You are blessed with material abundance and are now free from any sort of money troubles. You feel financially secure and you are fortunate enough to have luck and success on your side to ensure your financial reserves are high. The last card for you is representing the outcome. Your card is the Three of Swords. That tends to be a disappointment. If you can start to see pain as a learning opportunity, life will suddenly become less painful. You need to really get in touch with pain and sorrow. Challenges remain, but once they are no longer perceived as negative or bad, they lose a lot of their impact. This card is therefore encouraging you that you have the ability to conquer any pain that comes your way. Understand how the pain can help you grow. If someone has betrayed you and you do not think you can never love again, challenge that belief. Do not be surprised when your heart emerges from darkness, capable of loving even more than before. Similarly, the Three of Swords speaks of loss and difficulty, of sacrifice and broken relationships. It follows the difficult decision required in the Two of Swords, where you may be avoiding the necessity of making a tough choice. In the Three of Swords, the choice has been made, and you are now experiencing the consequences of our action. Often the choices make involve choosing one good over another, or one evil over another, and thus when you have finally made your decision, you are still left with the pain of losing the option you have not chosen. Often, however, the pain of losing something you once valued, such as a comfortable relationship in which you are no longer growing, is necessary in order to prepare you for a more fulfilling experience in the future. The Three of Swords is also about release. When you have suffered a major setback, or loss, it is a good time to have a good cry, which is all part of the cleansing process. Expressing your sadness and letting it all out will then help you to move on to better times. However, it is also important that you continue to focus on the future path ahead. There can be a risk that you may become overly absorbed in the loss and the surrounding emotions that you lose sight of the need to just let go and move on. The loss becomes your focus rather than the recovery. It is time to accept the loss and then move forward with your life. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the new love. A new chapter in your love life begins, whether it is with a new partner or rekindled love in a current relationship. Open your heart to a new infusion of divine love, through a partner in your life. The angels are preparing you to be aware of new people entering your life, as a new mate may be unlike your previous partners. Be open to changes in your current relationships, and don't cling tightly to ideas of how you think relationships should be. This is a time of wondrous changes in your love life, and you are asked to trust God and your guardian angels to work things out for your highest good. Changes in your love life will only be painful if you are rigid in your thoughts or behaviors. If you flow with the current of love, you'll find that old parts of your love life wash away. They are rapidly replaced by new aspects that will delight you. Current relationships may end, or they may act as a transition into a new phase of passion and renewed love. Or, a new partner may enter your life, inspiring great happiness for you both.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.